Hey, it's Uncle Joe with Uncle Joe Hikes, and we're here at the South Fork Trail. We're down here camping at Jack's River Fields. I got Blaine with me, met him camping. He said he'd join me on the hike. So we're going to take this and merge with the Benton MacKaye. I'm going to take it up to the Pinhoti Terminus and try to take that back to the road and then come back to camp. So hopefully we don't get eaten by a bear.
There we go with Uncle Joe.
All right, we're here at the turnoff. South Fork Trail continues on with Benton MacKaye, which is what we're going to do. This goes back the rest of the Benton MacKaye over Flat Top, which we did a few weeks ago, and works its way all the way back to Springer Mountain. So we ain't gonna do all that though. We're going this way. Well, we got some kind of scat here. Maybe coyote? I don't know. If we hear some hollering, we'll know. All right, we got some other scat here. Not sure if it's horse. Might be, you know what? I'm getting some fragrant here. This might be a horse. This is a horse trail, but we haven't seen anybody at all. Well, we found us a little patch of ground cedar here. Like all through here. Up that hillside too, so it's good to see. Keeping my eyes open for some sassafras. So far, no luck though. We're still making our way. We can hear the creek down there and some cascades, but we've kind of pulled away from it. So hopefully we'll get back over that way. Well, somebody's done some trail work here, clearing some blowdown for us. Got some more of this horse scat. We definitely determined that to be horse back there, so working our way down. So we're kind of hiking in this kind of a flat here. It's a little bit on the moist side, a little bit of mud. Somebody's come in here and dumped some pea gravel though, so we must be getting pretty close. Or this is going to merge with the Pinhoti and then take off and then cross a road. So maybe it's close enough that somebody brought some in. I don't think that's natural. So I always say, if you see gravel on the trail like that, you're probably not terribly far from a road. Hopefully he don't fall in.
Sasuke.
That's really the deepest one that we've come across. I left my trekking poles back at Gobi, so we had to improvise. All right, this was a little unexpected because this trail is going to go up and the Pinhoti will continue back to our left, but I guess technically it's coming to this point and terminates here. So Benton MacKaye heads off that way. We're going to follow the Pinhoti back around to the road. Seen a lot of pictures from this from people online that have through hiked the Pinhoti, so this is kind of cool. So if you're coming north on the Pinhoti, you would see this, and this basically just closes a triangle here for Benton MacKaye. Naturally, you'd want to continue on to get your picture at the terminus, because otherwise you didn't do it, right? Nobody will believe you. I keep putting the list to my left. So there we go. We got the Pinhoti. This is kind of a dog leg here as the South Fork Trail moves on up. And we're going to take the Pinhoti southbound back to the dirt road and then head back to camp. And that dirt road goes from Jack's River Fields over to Potato Patch. And the Pinhoti will continue down Mountain Town, but we're not going to do all that. So, and we're not going to Alabama.
We're not.
No, I don't have a banjo to put on my knee. So, should have brought one. Well, we're still making our way up the ridge, but we're getting into some hemlocks, which means pine needles, which means soft walking. Looking forward to that. Well, we made it to the top of this ridge. I don't know if we're at the top, but we're well up there. Looks like maybe, I don't know if this was a food plot at some point. It's kind of small. Maybe some trees came down and just opened this up. I don't know. But getting a little growed over. And this is an interesting little cut through here. It's really wide. I don't know why they got it cut out like this, but kind of interesting. We're making our way through some briars here. Lots of briar blooms. Onward, onward. Sadly, we kept going up in this saddle here, and these big hemlocks. Some big fellers. Nice breeze though, coming across this saddle, so that feels good. So we've continuously gone up. Just slight breaks every once in a while, but most of the trail after we got out of that turnoff way down by the creek has been double track, old forest road bed, logging road bed or something. And right here, as you can see, there's Led Zeppelin says there are 2 paths you can go by right here. But yeah, making our way to the forest road. Well, I've been anxious to show Blaine some sassafras, and I have not seen a single one until this one. So we're going to see if we can find a little stub or a little stump knocker or something, maybe. See if we can pull the root up on one. Don't want to pull him up. He's already gotten several leaves on him. Well, we got a little bit of scat, a little millipede. I'm like, hey man, go get your own. I don't want my own.
Doo-doo head.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? All right, we are at the top finally. That heads back, of course. This was all an old road bed, which was kind of surprising. I thought this section was going to be single track, but anyway, this is going to dump us out at the road up here. I think me and Blaine both are about tired of the climbing. It wasn't real steep, but it was long. Anyway, get up here to the road. We're going to start heading to our left, back down to Jack's River Fields. All right, we're up here on the road. Parking lot for Mountain Town apparently is right up there. And then Mountain Town Creek turns off right up here. I've never biked Mountain Town Creek. So many of my friends have. I know there's a lot of creek crossings on the way down. And of course, the private property at the bottom, they kind of stopped letting people come through there. So I hope to come back and hike this down to Bear Creek at some point. So we're sitting here admiring this big tree. This thing is huge. The camera's not going to do it justice. Trust us. It won't do it justice, so you'll have to trust us. That thing's pretty big. Lots of big trees here in the Cohutta. I mean, just huge. Nice cool day at least too. We don't have too much further to go. We'll be glad to get off this gravel though.
Oh, how much further? Uncle Joe, are we there yet?
We're there, we're there. Jack's River Fields forever. We made it. We can just see old Goby down there, waiting patiently. Hopefully nobody broke in and got my yo-yo. I might want to try to do some tricks like walking the dog and around the house and all those fancy tricks we used to do. Somebody took that yo-yo, I'm going to be very, very upset. I mean, where would you buy one these days? Well, South Fork Trail, Benton MacKaye, up to the terminus of the Pinhoti, back to the road, back to camp. All done. I'm not sure what the mileage is. I think I plotted this at one time, like 7.5 or so. I'll put the particulars down below. But yeah, it was a good hike. Not much in the way of overlooks or waterfalls, but still an interesting hike. Got to cross that river. That was different. A lot deeper than I thought it was going to be, so there was no way to hop across like a creek. But that was fun. Saw some plants, some flowers. Might be a little early for some of the flowers. We did see some laurels that were budding. Then we saw that one that was full bloom, so there was an early one of those. No flame azaleas though. I think we found 1 trillion, but it may have been already had dried up. So I don't know. I don't know what the timing is here in the Cohutta, but I was hoping to see a little bit more, but we saw some flowers. So anyway, gonna pack up camp. That's never fun, but get packed up and get out of here.
We got Uncle Joe fording the River Don. It's way after dawn.